A very good morning to everyone. In this video, we are going to see about the anatomy and the functions of heart. We all know heart is conical, hollow and musculotendinous organ. What is musculotendinous? It's nothing but tendons, a flexible tendons but inelastic cord of strong fibrous collagen tissue. Where the heart is situated, it lies in thorax, between the lungs and behind the sternum. Usually the length of the heart will be 10 cm and 300 grams of weight. Next we are going to see about the structure of heart. Usually the heart wall is made up of 3 distinct layers. One is pericardium, myocardium and endocardium. First we are going to see about the pericardium. Pericardium is an external layer of heart. This external layer is again consists 2 layers, that is visceral and parietal layer. The next one is myocardium. Myocardium is a middle layer. This middle layer is composed of specialized cardiac muscle tissue which is only found in heart. We could not able to see in any other part of the body. The next one is endocardium. Endocardium is the inner layer. See, there are 3 layers: pericardium, myocardium and the endocardium. The next one is chambers of heart. We have 4 chambers in our heart. 2 chambers are present in right side and other 2 chambers are present in left side. The right 2 chambers are called as right atrium and right ventricle. The left side of the chambers are called as left atrium and left ventricle. Now we are separate the heart into upper and lower part. In upper part we have right atrium and left atrium. The membrane, the layer which is separate the right atrium and left atrium is called as atrial septum. This is the upper part. Okay, the next one is lower part. In lower part we have right ventricle and left ventricle. So the layer which is separate the right ventricle and left ventricle is called as ventricular septum. Okay, so this is lower and upper part of the heart. So there is a opening between right atrium and right ventricle. You could able to see in the picture there is a opening between right atrium and right ventricle, that is called as tricuspid valve. Likewise, we have the opening between left atrium and left ventricle which is guarded by mitral valve, that is also called as bicuspid valve. See, the right side we have tricuspid valve, on the left side we have bicuspid valve. Now we are going to see about the blood vessels which is present in the heart. In this picture, you could able to see the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava to the left side. Okay, both the vena cavas are carrying venous blood to the heart. From the right ventricle, it arises the pulmonary artery. It carries venous blood to the lungs for oxygenation. Now, left atrium receives 4 pulmonary veins. They carry oxygenated blood to the heart. From the left ventricle arises the aorta. Now the aorta delivers the pure blood to all parts of the body. The next one is how the heart will be functioning. We all know the heart acts as a pump. It maintains constant circulation of blood throughout the body. So how the heart is functioning? The first one is the superior vena cava and inferior vena cava bring venous blood, okay, from the various part of the body to the heart. Now this venous blood fills the right atrium. When the right atrium is full, it contracts and sending the blood to the right ventricle. Now the right ventricle contracts. This sends blood to the lungs through the pulmonary trunk, which is divided into right and left pulmonary arteries. Now the oxygenated blood is present in the lungs. The oxygenated blood is carried by the pulmonary veins to the left atrium. Now the left atrium contracts and sends the blood to the left ventricle from upper to the lower. Now the left ventricle contracts and sends blood to the aorta. This blood is circulated throughout the body. This blood is oxygenated one. Here is the summarized video for functioning of heart.
Working of heart. The heart lies between two lungs in the chest cavity. The normal heart has two sides, right side and the left side, and four chambers. The top receiving chambers, or the atria, and the lower chambers are the thick-walled pumping chambers called ventricles. Blood cells come from either the superior vena cava or the inferior vena cava and enter the right atrium. The blood then flows across the tricuspid valve to the right ventricle. The right ventricle then squeezes and ejects these blood cells into a vessel called the pulmonary artery. Pulmonary artery splits into two vessels, each going into the lungs. As the red blood cells make their way through the lungs, these cells turn through the pulmonary veins to the left atrium, and that blood is now oxygenated. It picks up oxygen, then goes across the mitral valve into the left ventricle in terms of delivery of blood will